I have heard it can be very difficult to be a step parent. Trying to get respect and love and the appreciation you feel like you deserve from that kid. And sometimes it works out amazingly and you navigate through all of it. Other times you do not. And this might be on the other category because one person says, shouldn't my stepkids be calling me mom? They said, I've been a step parent officially for 5 years because of marriage, but I've known my husband's kids now for 8. But despite this, they still call me by my first name and kind of in a way that I find to be rude. So I've asked my husband if he would intervene, but he says, look, this has got to be organic. I can't force them to call you mom. It's just got to be something that's natural. But I have a feeling his ex is likely behind this. She's always seen me as a threat, and especially earlier on in our relationship, she was very nasty and bad-mouthing me to her kids in their ear, and I think that's just still kind of held on. But I feel like the tone for respect has to start with my husband. That's why I want him to set it. Because, look, I'm doing everything for these kids. I'm giving them so much, and I had never asked for anything back. This is it. Is that too much? All I want is for them to call me mom. Is that such a big deal?
Ugh, she's annoying.
I would never make my kids call anybody anything.
No. Look, mom is earned. And if their real mother is still alive, they don't want to call you mom because they already call her mom, and they feel that would be an abandonment of their real mom by calling you mom, and you're weird for wanting that.
Now, look, you're not disrespectful to your stepmother, but you don't have to call her mother, in my opinion.
If her name is Judy, they should be calling her Miss Judy. They shouldn't be calling her Judy.
Or you said there was a tone. Are they going, hey, Judy?
Right. They shouldn't be saying Judy with a little bit of sass on it. They should call her Miss Judy. But they don't have to call you mom?
Yeah, I think that's where she's a little misdirected here. She may be partially right. It would be nice to get respect. If you are giving them some of your own money, you're giving them love, your time, your everything, and treating them like your own kids, then look, a lot of parents aren't going to take for their kids to continually backtalk them and be rude to them. If you were the biological parent, you'd be like, this ain't going to play. So I don't know that a step parent, do you have to take that? I don't know if that's part of it, but I don't think getting them to call you mom is part of it either.
No, it's not. And you said in your letter that you do everything for them.
Yeah.
Well, stop doing everything for them. If they're mean to you, just stop doing everything for them.
So if they want to ride somewhere, be like, I don't think so, not today.
Just be like, I wish I could, I'm busy.
Yeah. Now, Trish said, no way. I was a stepmom, and I still think that it is terrible to try to force a kid to call you mom. You're a stepmom, and that's great, but you never can force a kid to call you their own mother, especially if they have one.
Your ego is hurt because you want it all done your way. And I don't think the kids should be rude or disrespectful, but I don't think there should be forced called mom.
I think she needs to focus in on something else. I would immediately lose the concept of getting these kids to call you mom. That's not going to happen, and it shouldn't happen. If they do, they're going to do it for the wrong reasons. I think the other part might be addressing, as other step parents may have, that they feel like their stepkids, for no reason at all, are being rude to them and don't respect them and treat them like garbage. And there should be something for that. And I think that the dad should play a role in that. To say, look, I can't make you love her, can't make you accept her, but I can tell you that you're not going to be rude to her like I would tell you not to be rude to any other adult.
And I'm going to push back a little bit on what Virginia said. I don't think you have to do the whole Miss Virginia. I think if you're a kind, cool kid and you just say, hey, Virginia, I don't think that's being disrespectful. If you're 16, hey, Miss Virginia, I don't know. It's a little weird.
I think that Miss should be in front of every name that a child speaks to an adult.
That's a Southern thing, maybe?
100%.
Mm-hmm. Now, Melissa's...
If I hear a kid call an adult by their first name, it makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. I do not like that. My kids know that. That's one way to piss me off.
That's weird because we were raised, be polite, have manners, but you could call an adult by their first name. Hey, Keith, how's it going? Hey, Doug.
Well, I can tell you, since my wife is in the teaching world and deals with younger kids, everybody calls the teachers Miss Kim or Mr. or whatever.
You do that to any adult. It doesn't matter if they're your teacher or not. That's just how I was raised.
Okay.
Yeah, that's to me that's different because that's a school setting, and I get that. But if you're trying to create a home and Miss Virginia, I don't know, it comes off, especially the longer you've been in the house. If you're a polite, cool kid, not being disrespectful, I don't see what the big deal is.
I could not disagree more.
Well, we rarely ever agree. So.
You were raised in a barn. This is polite. This is manners. This is respectful. This is how you talk to grown-ups when you're a kid. You don't call them by their first name. Judy.
Melissa said, my stepdaughters call me Mama Melly, and they chose that. I never asked them to call me Mom, and it sounds like you have a great relationship, and a lot of people do, but I know that not everybody's going to have the same thing. So I would refocus your argument here. Drop the mom thing and focus more on the respect.
That's a very good point, Mr. Kevin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bird.
He is your elder.
That's true.
So are you Mrs. Virginia?
Thank you. Finally, after 20 years, some respect.
The respect you're looking for right there.
I know. I don't have kids. I get it.